I think I was having this discussion yesterday. I was there at a event with a robotics company, and the company mentioned that every time they have some new deployment, they have to do a site readiness before doing any robotics automation there. Now, when it comes to Gen AI application in enterprises, especially when building for clients,
Mm.
how do enterprises do readiness? Whether the business is ready to adopt to Gen AI, or will they be able to use that application at all? So, are there any parameters on the basis of which we decide whether the client actually needs an AI solution? And
Uh, right now, I mean, it's very debatable field. I mean, debatable topic itself. Debatable field itself. It is there AI and Gen AI because, like, what
yeah,
happened? You see, most of the application right now in POC and MVP. Why it is there? Because client is not ready to pay right now. I mean, there should
right,
be
Okay.
one major parameter is your data security governance, like how your data is getting treated there. That is still confidence is not much there. Okay, even if you use a VPC like virtual private cloud or on premise or your local LLM, whatever is there. Okay, but still doubt is
right,
still there in most of the places. Second thing, cost part. Cost is still not justifiable. Okay, like everything is running on emotion, like emotion, like if I say okay agentic application means it's emotion because it's agentic. Right now everybody is talking about agentic, so it's emotion. I should also do with agentic. Okay, it's FOMO. So it is FOMO
right,
generated market. When you do FOMO generated market, there is no parameter, only one parameter. You don't get into production unless you are very sure about that. But you build all this POC and MVP. That's why you see. I mean, I was reading one Deloitte report recently. They told around 80 to 90% are still. I mean, 30 to 40% is still not decided about agentic AI, and 80 to 90% still nothing is in production. 10% people are only in. I mean, they're using in production, and whatever you say
right.
multi agentic, that is not autonomous. I mean, if you say agentic, what is that? Autonomous agentic application.
Agents, yeah,
It is more of like pipeline. You can say workflow, AI workflow.
Right.
yes,
So that, I mean, why it is there? I'll just give an example. Software field was always like deterministic. I know if
Right.
X, I'll give X, I'll get Y, and if I'll get any deviation from that, I can fix those bugs. I mean, developer can fix those bugs, and I can get Y. There will be certain reason for getting Y. I mean, some different value apart from Y. So that can always be fixed. Whether
right.
issue is complex, it will be complex engineering required, or it will be something some you but you know solution. But with the AI, you don't get that one. It is more of probabilistic. Okay, there could be Y1, Y2, Y3, and all thing can be right based on the context. And when you run it multiple times, you may get sometimes Y2, sometimes Y3, sometimes Y1. So
Right.
that probabilistic nature is the reason adaptability is also slow. You may be showing a lot of good thing in POC and MVP, but it goes into production with the big data and maybe some edge cases. You may get some wrong information. Anything goes wrong in AI, it is highlighted very widely everywhere. You might have seen a lot of
Yes.
issues where one Air
Right.
Canada somewhere they need to pay money
I think,
customers.
yeah, when I think it was a report from Deloitte. Deloitte did a major, I think there's some issue with the Australian government, Canadian, I'm not sure.
Like
Yes,
So they created
Australian.
an AI generated report.
yes, right. It happened.
Yeah.
So AI slop is everywhere. So thing is the reason because of that enterprise is having doubt adoption of this part, but there will be always process in anything related to AI. There will be AI governance. So enterprise, there is always one AI governance team will be there. If it is going into production, that should be validated from there in terms of
Right.
data securities and all those NFRs and other part that should be aligned with that. Then only it goes into production. Different company have different way to handle those things. I mean, not all company have right now foolproof governance, but
Right.
most of them are having, and because of that, most of application is still in POC and MVP phase. Going into production requires a lot of this governance in place, ethical part,
Uh,
security part.
right.